Greetings, brave adventurers, and welcome back to RPG A Day 2023, day 7. And today's prompt is a bit of an odd one. Today's prompt is the smartest RPG you've ever played. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. Do you mean smartest as it looks smart, it's got cool art? Smartest it's got some cool mechanic that really works? I'm probably going to lean more towards the latter. But it was a very difficult question. And I'm still not entirely sure what the intent was behind it. But I'm going to stick with has a cool, smart element to the game. And for this, I'm going to go back to the mid-90s to a role-playing game called Deadlands. And although I know they've updated it to its own generic game system now called Savage Worlds, but back in the day, Deadlands was the original game, created by, I want to say his name was something like Shane Lacey Hensley. That rings a bell. And it was a Weird West steampunk supernatural horror western game. And we spent many a moon playing this. And what I like about it, what I think is a smart, cool mechanic, is rather than just rely on dice rolls, being that this is set in the Old West or Weird West, it also used poker decks of cards. Initiative was done with a deck of cards. The games master, Marshall, I think he was called in this, had a deck of cards for the baddies, and the party, the players, had a deck of cards for themselves. And you would shuffle the deck and you would dish out so many cards based on the initiative score rolled. And you would then, the GM, the marshal, would then count down. I forget what order it went in, suits and then the numbers. And that's when you acted. But it wasn't just that. I had a character who was a huckster, which is basically the old traveling gambler, but he uses his own deck of cards to effectively deal with the devil, Manitous as they were called, in order to try and enact magical effects. And you could do anything from like an invisibility charm or a prestidigitation. You could even do it perhaps at the gambling table using your cards to sort of like slide a card into your hand or whatever. Or you could do the whole gambit thing of empower cards and throw them at people. Mad inventors used the deck of cards to also, again, when they were inventing something, to see how good it was. It tied the whole sort of card sharp, sort of the gambler element that you see in all these westerns into the game system. And it really made the game come alive a bit more. Although it was kind of a weird steampunk horror Wild West setting, that helped the immersion, and it was really well done. If you had a chance to play the original Deadlands, I recommend it fully. Savage Worlds is kind of good as a generic system, but it doesn't quite capture that same feel. But if you get a chance to play the original Deadlands, the Weird West, I say go for it. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the vid. Give me a little thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next RPG A Day 2023.